with Sanji4007, and in this stream we will be talking about something I should have talked about a long time ago, even though I didn't know about this thing, Coachella, on like by a year, but I know they've done this for like 2019, 2022, and 2023. You could search up like a whole synopsis or whatever, like a whole page dedicated to Coachella itself, or the event of Coachella that year. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Looking very good. All right, Coachella 2023 took place in mid-April. I know somebody who went last year and this year, and they said it was pretty good. All right, so as we see, Bad Bunny performed. I know one of my coworkers said that when he brought up Post Malone, he said it was like the most beautiful thing he's ever heard. And Blackpink, which I personally think I have a very hot take, they're better than BTS, and without Frank Ocean. Now I know it's been a while since he's been like in the industry, but since he's like been performing or whatever, but gotta cut the man some slack, you know. Alrighty. What we got? And of course, Frank Ocean likes to stay mysterious, and I don't know if that's part of, well, too mysterious, but I don't know if it's part of his branding as an artist, or it's just that he just supposedly like finessed the record label, and so he doesn't have to prove himself anymore just because of that. And let's see, we got a few songs that he has performed, and yes, I know Novocaine is a classic. Of course, I remember, like I was in middle school at the time, by Ferrari, and I remember I tried getting into Channel Orange, but I personally think it's better than Blonde. Now I know he had to be somebody had to replace him. They had to replace him with because he had like an ankle injury, and therefore the performance was received poorly by audience members. Now I know like Dead Mouse Test Pilot. Well, he was known as Test Pilot at the time. Dead Mouse called him out saying, "Sorry, I just left my skating ring back in Canada." Oh my gosh, bruh. Typical Dead Mouse, bro. He's a goat either way, bro. Dead Mouse. I love him, bro. I would say like as supposedly as a joke, like replace him with Chris Brown. Like I'm not saying that because I I'm against Frank Ocean his just in his music or anything like that. It's just that just like to mess around. But I personally think I would love to see Chris Brown perform at Coachella. Yeah, I did hear he had an ankle injury from a bicycle from riding a bicycle or something, and that was preventing him to perform to the best of his ability. And I do know that I heard that online that somebody tried pulling his full performance off of YouTube, and a lot of people are saying that he hates his fans because of things like that. And I don't know if it's just like if it's like a marketing strategy to just to drop new music, because I know it's been a while, and I heard that I saw like a rap TV rap by rap yeah rap by rap TV that they posted a random selfie of some people thought it was Bob Marley, but it's Frank Ocean. He looking at those dreads on and some facial hair. So when someone said that was Bob Marley, that cracked me up. Oh yeah, also part of my pardon how rude I was or disrespectful. And like his appearance is so he had, yeah, claimed that his appearance was in honor of Ryan Crowe, his younger brother who died in a car crash in 2020. May he rest in peace. Just out of like curiosity. Yes. And I believe besides Blink 182 like taking his spot, I think it was also who else was it? I know it was another like a back three back with uh Forte, it was with Skrillex and Fred again. Forte actually really put on a song by Hole, HOL exclamation mark. It was like this twice. Once was what smells like Teen Spirit. Then plays just country rhythm by Hole, and then I know he did it with losing it by Fisher. Then did it again. I'm trying to find I wish I could find the full performance online though. The lineup for Coachella was announced on January 10, 2023. For the first time since the festival began in 1999, all three headliners, Bad Bunny, Blackpink, and Frank Ocean, are not Caucasian, with Blackpink being the first Korean headliners. Love to see it. Following Ocean's departure, Blink-182 as well as Skrillex, Forte, and Fred again will headline Weekend 2. Coachella 2023 also featured guests of acts fully sung in Arabic and Punjabi artist Diljit Dosanjh from India for the first time. Love to see all these multicultural things around here. How I say it? This multicultural experience. Now I know it's not I don't think it's like an event where people would wave their flags. It's not like Ultra that I know of, but I love how people will come over and these initiatives were part of a greater effort by Golden Voice, the organizers of Coachella, to feature more diverse artists. I love that diversity. For the first time since 2019, Coachella 2023 hosted the Heineken House, a small venue sponsored by Dutch brewing company Heineken NV, featuring American hip-hop duo Method Man and Redman. Now, I don't know if I saw them at all. I don't think we said anything like that, though, but at like the, how would I say it, live stream or whatever. Yes, now let's see. First we can set Jaweli Randy. Yes, I know they made that song Bonita with J Balvin, Nango Flow. I remember that one song. That's a classic too. I said, man, my coworkers would bump that. You got Post Malone. Like one of my coworkers were talking about, and Jay Cortez. I don't know too much about him, but I know that he's like popular, I would say. Jose Feliz, the guy, Feliz Navidad guy. Holy crap! I just realized that, bro. How could I have not noticed this during the second weekend set? I've heard of Archangel before, and I know Gorillaz. Like Feel Good. They also recently put their entire music discography like a few months ago on streaming services. Mad respect for that shit. Love it. Freaking legendary. I know one of the I forgot which one of the artists from De La Soul died, but may they rest in peace. No, Slow Tie is from the UK, right? I don't know too much about him, but I know some people that I don't listen to him like that. I have to check his stuff out, bro. I know I'm missing out. Heard Dill the Funky Funk taking a bit. Okay. Soy un Perdidor. I'm a loser, baby. So mind you. I mean, classic. Bad Bunny was really killing it at Coachella, and in a good way. Bad Bunny. Burna Boy. I know about Burna Boy a bit, but I don't know him like that. Becky G. I know they did like he did a kiss with I think it was Natasha. I can't recall, but I do know that she that kind of like supposedly broke the internet. Becky G. Oh wait. No wait. I know Pusha T. I thought it wasn't gonna be that good though. I don't know if how many songs he performed, produced by Pharrell Williams, but I know he definitely performed some. The ending was pretty lit. Like Move That Dough. Let's see, Mercy was pretty good. Dochi I've heard a bit about. Calvin Harris. I could definitely tell that they performed songs like Outside, I Need Your Love, and Miracle. Because that is like making crazy waves in the festival scene right now. The song Miracle. Rosalia, of course, love to see it. I know she was dancing upon Raul Alejandro and she started giggling. Like, you could tell that there's that chemistry between them, you know? Tokisha, I think she did that song, the remix with Coil Ray called Players. Love to hear it. I think so, yeah, I remember. I think I recall one of my, when I was at work, somebody was blasting that song in their car. So I love to see that, you know? Well, I love to hear it too, I guess you could say. Charlie XCX and Troy Sivan. I don't know if they performed that song in 1999. I know that is an iconic song for sure. I just want to go back to 1999. I know 070 Shake. I don't listen too much to her anymore, unfortunately, but I know she done a few songs with Kanye. And like Modus Operandi or so. Let's see. Kelly Uchis, I remember she did I remember hearing her for the first time, bro. Oh my gosh. It was just like her music, her branding was so out there. It's like hypnotizing. Kylie creator Omar DePaulo and Don Tolliver. And I know Porter Robinson, I listened to some of it at my job, that's for sure. I remember going by Maddie on last year's Coachella. Yeah, last year's Coachella, Maddie on performed. And Totally Enormous is extinct dinosaurs. I don't know too much about that person, right? Yeah. I don't know, but I do know that I've heard of it before. I've heard. Oh yeah, she has been up next, and I'm glad she also was a special guest appearance at this year's Ultra, which I knew was going to happen, as well as I knew Spoiler and Ice Spice would make special guest appearances too. And I must just say that she was killing it, bro. She was on top. Glorilla, joined by Lil Durk and Moneybagg Yo. I remember hearing that at my workplace. Outdoor theater we got. Some good bars I've heard a bit about. I don't know too much, but I know some part. Kate Trinata, I know Kate Trinata. I remember hearing that song "The Worst of Me" with Tinashe. Freaking legendary way to end music, but I guess not only the decade, but also the year. Since it was like December 2019, he dropped the project. Oh my gosh. So nostalgic. Right, you know. Kelly Uchis and Amine. Amine, I know they like made a song with each other and Pharrell, I think. Patronata, Amine. And then you got her, Tinashe and Anderson pack. S.G. Lewis, I know, of course. I love that he brought out Tub Low, Call on Me or so. It's got that like retro-y melody or so. And it's just like out of this world, you know. It's just something about like the emotion of not only the melodies but also the presets that people use to make their music, to produce their beats. Channel Dress I've heard a bit about. I know Youngblood, I checked his stuff out a little bit. Saba, one of my people, somebody I know, like TikTok friends, like him. I enjoy him too. Care for Me. He had that one song with G Herbo that went pretty hard. He's not bad at all. Sabe ain't bad at all. You got Eric Pride's. I expect him to prevent sing Call on Me. I know he performed that Ultra this year. Like closed out one of the days this year. This year's Ultra. Boy Genius. Sophie Tucker. I did listen to a bit. Fisher Lake and Chris Lake. I mean Fisher and Chris Lake. I know Fisher last year Ultra, Chris Lake last year EDC. They did a pretty. That seems like their back to back was like pretty good. It kind of like, but it conflicted with Frank Ocean's set though. So I really thought it was a pretty good set. I haven't listened to all of it, but just most of it at my job. Dominic Fike, I remember he was in Euphoria. The song Three Nights. I listened to one of his projects in 2020, yeah, like August 2020. Ray Shremmerd, yes, they performed a lot of songs off of their newer projects, Shrem Life 4, and they did a shout out. They said Free Thugga. Well, Slim Jim said, "Can we say Free Thugga?" You know, it's an our intent. Yes. I don't know too much about these people. I've heard Sasha Alex Sloan before, but I don't know too much about the others. I legit have no idea who the fuck these people are. Maybe, archives or art. God. I don't think I know any of these people. Holy shit. Even a special guest, but it's always good to introduce newer acts, Yes, now we're going so Ash Nico, I kind of like, I don't know, I don't care too much for her, but I like how nostalgic the song Stupid was, Stupid boy, victim, I know you think about me in the shower, up in your browser, hey, that's a classic, and we got White Fang. Now I looked up White Fang. I didn't know that was Alice in Wonderland. And what's crazy is that she was 8 months pregnant when she was performing. And oh my gosh, that is fucking dedication right there. Holy shit! Like it's very hard for many people to do that. I wish her the best with her boyfriend or husband and the baby. Hope the baby has a healthy, safe delivery. Can't wait for newer things with her and a new chapter in her life. Chromeo, I remember Spotify or no, it was Sirius XM radio station. Chromeo, Jealous, I get jealous. I ain't too cool to admit. That song I remember listening to. They brought out La Rue. Holy shit. You mean this time, baby, I'll be bulletproof? I remember. Yeesh, I didn't know about this at all. But I know this song. It's a classic. Kobe. I know Chameleon there, they see me rolling. They hate it. And then now we got Earth Gang. I know I think they're like signed to J. Cole's record label. Yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah, I was just down there bad. Yeah, that too. We got Shensia. I know. Oh wait, Eladio. Carry on. Yes, I remember. I think he did songs with like Lil Mosey and Smoke Perp in 2020. And Ocean Sia is that she actually, I'm starting to get into her a bit more, One of my cousins love Shensia, especially that put your back on me, Dustin. And Are You That? Are You That? Like, Are You That, bro? Are You That? That's a classic one. Let's see. Drama. I thought this was like DJ Drama or something, but no. Cannons, I remember Fire for You. That's like the only song I can recall from them. Oh shit. Soul Wax or Too Many People. They're from Ghent, Belgium. That's where Charlotte DeWitt is from. She performed in 2019 at Coachella. Holy crap. As well as, not their same stage, but like, I know Nightmare and Jaws did too, but then 3 years later, they did a back-to-back with each other, Nightmare and Jaws. Ronnie, I've heard a bit about. Oh, yes. I remember the XX. Their music would put me to sleep. Oh my gosh, how could I forget about that? It's a good thing I like scrolled through a bit with my cursor. Fauci, I remember Deep End. I don't think you want to go off the deep end. I know John Summit sampled it. That was the first song I heard from her, and then and then I think it was Sleepy Hollow that made the Deep End freestyle modified different. So I give her some credit for that, Fauci. Fauci, I don't know how you say her name, but give her flowers. Steve Lacy, interesting. Brought her out. Mojave 10, yes. FKJ, oh yeah, Blondie, classic stuff. Soon turned out a heart of glass, yes. And Call Me, of course, you can't forget about those people. It's good to see them going on strong, you know. Beanie, I remember that one TikTok song. You're perfect. I'm no I'm just a, yeah. She made that super lonely song. It kind of like alluded to like the whole being lonely during the pandemic, you know. Shoot, they brought a Boss, bruh, from J. Cole's record label. That's good. Blondie, Nile Rodgers, I remember. He did songs like The Other Boys with Nervo, Get Lucky with Pharrell and Daft Punk. Beanie is pretty good too, I remember. Gus Dapperton to perform their hit song. So can't forget that, man. Labyrinth, I remember. I think he did that one song, Written in the Stars. I know he brought up Billie Eilish too. That's good. Then the second weekend, Sia. Oh yeah, Sia and Labyrinth and Diplo. They did like a joint album together in 2019. I recall it. Labyrinth and Zendaya. I think they did a song for Euphoria. Let's see. Underworld sounds familiar. Young Lean I've heard a bit about though. I'm surprised. He made that that Ginseng Strip 2002 song. I have to I need to check and look into his stuff a bit more. This man's I've heard of a lot of people talk about it on TikTok. Willow, aka Willow Smith, or Will Smith's daughter. Not disrespecting privacy or anything, but I know Jane Smith. No disrespecting privacy either. I know they're family. They're siblings. Willow, Jane. I know. Meet me at our spot, and she did a song with MGK. Let me see. I'm pretty sure she didn't perform the song With My Hair. I was in 6th grade and she was younger than me. I With My Hair back and forth. IDK did a song with Rich the Kid. Wonder what he's gonna be up to now. Hope he he really makes a comeback though, Rich the Kid. Just- Now this is where it gets good. I personally think this is the best 10 or the best, stage on at Coachella. Mainly EDM and rap. That's why. Metro Boomin, yes. But John Legend, he really made it iconic. John Legend. Future, Don Toliver, 21 Savage, The Weeknd, and Diddy. This is like the second special guest appearance I think Don Toliver's done. I don't know. Let's see. F and Control F. Let's find out. Or Command F on if you're a Mac user. 1, 2. Oh shit. 3 of them. Damn, bro. And Diddy, because I know Diddy was on the Creepin' remix. And then nearly the same exact people, and Metro Boomin brought out Offset. So hopefully they didn't start. He didn't try to ignite any beef with Quavo. He didn't try to ignite any beef with Quavo. I hope not. Because Takeoff is deceased now. R.I.P. I'm pretty sure I see them. I remember hearing this. Like nearly all of these sets at my workplace, except for a Boogie and Jackson. They brought out BB Rexa. That was pretty unexpected, not gonna lie. I remember it was a bit better than I thought it was. The hype, it was pretty hype. They performed a Laser Beam by Rabel. Laser. I screwed that up. Knock 2 was a Dash Star VIP, which I personally think is much better than the original. Speaking of which, I heard him, Nightmare, and Whipped Cream were at the Doolab stage, but they didn't broadcast that though, which is sad though, and they don't really have it on here yet. I know Blink 182. Yes, I recall that they were at. I remember that they were at the stage, and MK. Definitely listen to his stuff. Mark Kitchens songs like "There for You" makes you feel like you're in days or so. Makes you feel some type of way. Push this feeling. You got Vintage Culture from Brazil. I personally didn't think he was that bad at all. Same for Mala though. He did a song with Fabio Foreign. That I don't know if Mala's supposedly known as like Chami or DJ Snake, but we don't know. I didn't know that he was anonymous until Ultra this year. Dombresky, very good. Suicide Boys. I remember one of my pals from UCF. She said that she didn't like how one of her ex roommates would play that stuff because they're so depressing and stuff. I mean, I don't pay attention to them that much, but they're not that bad. Plus, I heard this is why you should I saw a TikTok saying this is why you should gatekeep stuff, and then there was a picture of the crowd's kind of like a shit show. Illinois, yes, he brought out Fabio Foreign, which I love to see. Tokyo to Paris, and Don Toliver. Love to see this guy hustling. This man gets too much hate just because he's Juice WRLD's help or protege, if that's the right word. I know Taylor was from the Ultra, but I don't recall listening to them that much, unfortunately. Elderbrook, I remember they collabed with Camelback called Cola, which is very good. Kenny Beats, I was actually pretty good, not gonna lie. He was killing it. And unfortunately, I didn't get to didn't live stream Flo Milli, which I think is just personally sad, Boris Brejcha, I know a bit about. Boris, yes, I remember Boris Brejcha. He's got like that guy with the mask. One of my coworkers would probably a boogie. I don't know. He like I hope he did a tribute for PNB Rock though, because that's like his freaking brother, bro. He joined by Tyga and YG during the first set. Oh yeah, they would have carried. That's for sure. I think Tyga also went and saw the show too. He got some pictures with Dixie D'Amelio, I think. And Jai Wolf, this song reminds me of you. Another classic, makes you feel like you're levitating, I guess. Jackson Wang, 88 Rising, 100 Ways, I remember that. I thought this was Lauren Gray at first. Lotto, I remember. Good thing she brought out Sweetie and all that. I remember here, yeah, Sweetie was at Coachella this year. He attended it. And I remember she brought up like a guy, a fan on stage, and she's like, don't be touching in my girls now. Hey, I mean, she's got a point though. Gordo, aka, well, formerly known as DJ Carnage, though. I miss DJ Carnage, though, but I don't know. There's something like R.I.P. Carnage, but I don't know what the heck that was about, though. But he just probably went by a different, like something like a different like house. And then we got like Pierre Bourne, which I don't know if he did rapping or producing or something, but we'll have to see. In the meantime, before we get to the very last tent, I will be back. Right, we are back now to get into the last but definitely not least Alright, the Yuma tense consists of Massioplex. I've heard a bit about Massioplex, and Test Pilot, aka Dead Mouse, that we was calling out Frank Ocean. He just turned down the filter on the DJ turntable. Sorry, I just left my skate rig back in Canada. Bro. Out of pocket, man. Out of pocket, bro. I know Idris Elba. I didn't realize he's also an. Well, I didn't realize that much that he was an actor, though. But that's good to see it whenever one thing doesn't like quite work out. Always back into the workout. Right. Being a DJ too. But probably. Sorry. Because I know I wanted to be like an actor when I was in high school. I used to be a film freak until when I was in college. I was into like music and freaked out. So things change, you know. Good to see. I know we performed like a remix the song with Megan Thee Stallion called "Thought Shit." Wasn't so bad. What's that? It sounds very familiar. Nora and Pure. Gotta check her stuff out though. With South Africa. Stuff sounds very familiar. Hot Since '82 I've definitely heard of, but I don't know who exactly this is, but I know like Hot Since '82 is like a DJ that's been around for a while. And look, oh, this is like by the way, like an EDM tense, of course, more like underground EDM. I think I'm not so certain. I know. Yeah, sure. Yes, Gordo. You all know that. No, he was Dirty Rack. Adam Bear, yes, he performed at Ultra this year. Got to see it. Oh shit, he was doing this since the mid '90s. And DJ Ida and Geberg, love to see it, bro. Love to see it. Camel Fat, oh yes, they did that song Cola with Elderbrook. They performed at Ultra too. But I don't think they performed Cola. They just it was at the Resistance stage. Not the Cove, but like it was like a dome next to the Worldwide stage at Ultra. So they're like they may not be as good as they were, but they're still not bad at all. If you want to say that, and let's see. There's some like the sign. One of their songs sounds a bit familiar. Yes. Oh shit. That's freaking dedication. You should never give up. If that was the case, whether it's actually 10 years or about 10 years. John. Nice lights out so familiar. Alright. With a 133K fine for breaking the event's figures, Frank Ocean, Bad Bunny, Calvin Harris would contribute to the fine, you know? Because, no, that's just. Okay, because they're the ones that, like, broke the curfew, you know? So, I mean, as of right now, this list is definitely just possibly incomplete. Because I know on the Coachella 2022 Wikipedia page, they forgot to add sudden death when Slander bought him out. Because just when Slander was starting out, sudden death was like, oh my gosh. And I found out on some comment on some SoundCloud streams like, okay, this is how we're starting. I like to see that, bro. We're off to like a good start, you know? So this list is incomplete. You could probably help by contributing to it. You know, like see that how to say it, that phrase if you know something like the edit or something like that. But can't wait to see who's gonna be next on this year's or next year's Coachella. I'm actually looking very far for it. Hopefully, I can go one day, you know. But anyway, that seems just. Oh wait, Jackson Wang brought out Sierra. Yeah, I forgot to bring that up on it. And I don't think he had any special guests at Yuma, and unfortunately. I have to bring up that part. Lola Brooks like up next, I believe. And up next. Sounds very familiar. Sierra, I didn't realize that. You know, let me see. 1, 2 step. She fell off, but I'm pretty sure she was like. I hope she's like hanging in there, you know, with her whatever she's got going on outside of her music. Jackson Wang, boss. Sierra, crazy. All right. Whoever's like whoever sounds interesting, I gotta check them out for sure. But anyway, make sure you leave some comments, turn on notifications, like, share this with your friends. 407 out.